You'd think a place this beautiful would be peaceful. A colossal waterfall thunders, sending mist rising through the jungle air. It's the only sound for miles. At the edge of the churning water, Kang lowers his head for a much-needed drink. He's the king, and for a moment all is right in his world. But he's being watched. From behind the curtain of water, to golden eyes slice through the gloom. They're ancient, unblinking, and utterly fixed on him. An enormous, bone-white head follows, with scales that shimmer like ivory. This isn't just any snake. This is a monster from a forgotten age, a creature whose unnatural coloring marks it as a myth come to life. It used the waterfall's roar to hide its approach, and now it waits, a living statue of death. Then, with a speed that defies its size, it lunges. A hiss tears through the air, and the fight for the throne is on. The python's attack is brutally perfect. An avalanche of muscle and scale slams into Kong, knocking the giant ape off his feet. The shock is immense, but Kong's survival instincts are sharper. With a roar of pure, guttural fury, he catches the serpent's head in his hands, barely stopping a fatal bite. But the head was just the opening act. The real weapon is the python's body. It moves like a river of muscle, coiling with impossible speed around Kong's chest and pinning one of his massive arms. The squeeze is instantaneous, a crushing, suffocating pressure meant to snap bones and steal the breath from his lungs. Kong is caught, his legendary power trapped in a deadly embrace. For a terrifying moment, the king is on the ropes, fighting the relentless grip of a primal nightmare. High above, on a slippery ledge, Duan can only watch in horror. The ground shakes with the force of the battle below. Suddenly, the python, sensing more than one foe, turns its head toward her, its forked tongue tasting the air. That one move changes everything. Kong's fight for survival instantly ignites into a firestorm of protective rage. He isn't just an animal anymore, he's a guardian, and this just got personal. A surge of adrenaline finds its purpose. Using his free arm and powerful legs, Kong drives them both sideways, smashing his own body and the snake wrapped around it against the jagged cliff face. The impact is bone-jarring. The python hisses in a mix of pain and fury, its crushing grip faltering for just a heartbeat. It's the opening Kang desperately needed. His trapped hand scrambles and finds a sharp, broken piece of rock. Now he has a weapon. Now his intelligence can fight back against the serpent's ancient cunning. With the sharp rock in hand, Kong goes to work, relentlessly stabbing and tearing at the thick white scales. The python, wounded and enraged, realizes its constriction is failing, loosens its grip for one last, desperate move. Its mouth gapes open, a cavernous pit of fangs aiming to swallow Kong's head in a single, devastating attack. This is the moment the king takes back his crown. Dropping the rock, Kong seizes the serpent's upper and lower jaws, one in each powerful hand. All comes down to this, a raw contest of strength. Muscles strain against muscle. Kong's guttural roars mix with the python's furious hissing. The serpent's body thrashes, trying to throw him off balance. But Kong's feet are planted. He has something to fight for. With one final explosive burst of power, a horrifying, echoing crack rings out. Kong has broken the python's jaw. The cold light in the python's golden eyes fades to black. Its colossal body goes limp. The deadly coils unwinding as the waterfall's current catches it and pulls it into the churning depths below, gone forever. Kong stands tall, chest heaving, bleeding from a dozen wounds, but victorious. He doesn't waste a glance on his defeated enemy. Instead, his eyes go to the ledge, to Duan, making sure she's safe. This wasn't just a victory of brute force. It was a win for his intelligence, his use of tools, and the unshakable power of his will to protect. The python was an ancient and deadly predator, but in the end, that was no match for the heart of a king. What an epic confrontation. If you want to see more battles between titans, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. Who do you think should be Kong's next challenger? Skullcrawler or Warbat? Let us know your dream matchup in the comments below.